Hi friends, in this section we can talk about the bone histology. So first I am talking about the structure. You have epiphysis, diaphysis and the metaphysis. Epiphysis is growing over and distal and proximal ends of the long bone. Diaphysis is growing between main midsection shaft of the long bone, locates between epiphysis. Metaphysis, meta means between. It's a wide portion of the bone between the diaphysis and the epiphysis and the articular cartilage. It's a white, smooth tissue which covers the ends of bones in joints, medullary cavity. It is the space within the diaphysis. It contains fatty yellow bone marrow in adults. In fetus, red bone marrow. Periosteum. Peri means around, osteum means bone. We can see periosteum has two layers, fibrous layer and the cellular layer. Periosteum is a fibrous membrane of connective tissue. It covers the bone very well except at joints of long bones. It contains osteogenic cells in cellular layer or bone forming cells that enables bones to grow diameter, not in length. Also, it protects the bone, assists in fracture repair, helps in nourishing bone tissue, serve as an attachment for ligaments and tendons. And the cross section of bone, the inner lining of the medulla or the lining of the medulla is endosteum. Periosteum is the outer lining of bone. It has two layers, and you can see here both periosteum and endosteum. Endosteum is highly vascular membrane that lines the medullary cavity. It contains thin layer of bone forming cells and small amount of connective tissue. The cells are osteoclast. Osteoclasts are concentrated in the endosteum. Bone tissue. Here we can see compact bone tissue here. Generally we have compact and cancerous bone tissue. In bone tissue we have matrix and cell generally, and it contains the intercellular materials that surrounds widely separated cells. Matrix contains water, collagen fibers and crystallized mineral salts. First two are 25 and the later one is 50 percentage. Collagen fibers of matrix forms the framework of bone. Mineral salts are deposited in the framework, and the mineral salts are hydroxyapatite, magnesium hydroxide, fluoride and sulfate, not mesenchyme, the tissue from which all connective tissues are formed. Cell we have four types. First one osteogenic cells, second osteoblast cells, blast means buds, osteocytes and the osteoclasts are the third and fourth. Osteogenic cells, unspecialized stem cells derived from mesenchyme. Osteoblast cells, bone budding cells, secrete collagen fibers needed to build the matrix. Osteocytes, mature bone cells, maintain daily metabolism of the bone tissue. Osteoclast, huge cell concentrated in the endosteum, break down extracellular matrix called bone resorption. It is the normal part of the development of growth and the repair of bone structure. We can talk about compact bone first. We can see here compact bone. In diaphysis, we can see inside that compact bone. If we take few spaces in the compact bone, we can see this is the compact bone, and it forms the external layer of all bones. Compact bone tissue makes up the bulk of the diaphysis of the long bones. Spongy bone we can see in the epiphysis, and around that we can see compact bone. Haversian canal in central of the osteon. Osteon is the in compact bone arranged in units that's known as osteon or Haversian system. Waxman, we can see osteon, many osteons here, and in the osteon centrally we can see Haversian canal, and there is a canal which links the Haversian canal. Blood, lymphatic vessels and nerves from the periosteum penetrate the compact bone than through this Waxman canal. Haversian canal running longitudinally through the bones. Waxman canal can connect between these uh, Haversian canal. Around the canals there are concentric lamellae, rings of calcified rings we can see here, and we can see some spaces between these. This is known as lacuna. It contains the osteocyte. Between lamellae, small spaces are present. It contains the osteocytes. And we can see some green color here. These are known as canaliculi. It is a tiny radiating in all direction filled with extracellular fluid, and inside canaliculi slender pores of osteocytes can seen. Canaliculi connect the lacunae with each other and also with Haversian canal. It is for providing multiple routes for nutrients and oxygen to reach osteocyte and remove the waste. Medullary cavity, compact bone, osteon, and the inner circumferential lamellae. Inner circumferential lamellae, it's the lamellae that encircles the medullary cavity. We can say periosteum, and inside that outer circumferential lamellae that encircles just beneath the periosteum. And spongy bone tissue. Second type does not contain osteon or Haversian systems, consists of trabeculae or little beams, irregular lattice work of the thin columns of spongy bone. We can see here periosteum, compact bone, spongy, and the microscopic section of bone marrow epiphysis. We can see here in trabeculae, and the lacunae. We can see this is the cross section of the trabeculae. Inside we can see lacunae. Within each trabeculae, there are osteocytes that line in the lacunae. Osteocytes were present in the lacunae. We can see some green color that is known as canaliculi. Its radius from the lacunae. Spongy bone can be seen in short bones, flat bones, irregular bones, and epiphysis of tubular bones. Okay, friends. Thank you.